Hey everybody, welcome to the Wednesday night Epic Empire team video call. I guess you could say, can't say team call anymore. I am excited that we have an amazing guest speaker, Miss Anita Miron, on with us tonight. She's a rock star in the business. And if you guys haven't seen her YouTube channel, she's got a wealth of knowledge to share on YouTube and on tonight's call. So I just wanted to go over a few recognition numbers real quick because you guys are doing amazing this month. I know we are on like a February high because we all like killed Success Club last month. And this month we're thinking, what in the world? Why is it not so easy? I promise it comes in waves. You just keep staying consistent in what you're doing and it will always play out. So who we have on the board right now, there's a lot of people on the board. Kadrina Warren is at 2 points. Cindy, you're at 4. These are not in order because you guys are not OCD and you don't put them in ranking order, but whatever, I'm gonna read them out. Cindy, you're at 4 points. You're 1 point away from being in Success Club, I believe for the first time, so it'd be awesome. Jennifer, you're at 2 points. Denise Hubert, you have 1 coach. And Sherry, so you upgraded a customer to a coach. Sherry, you have 1 point. Karina has 1 coach, 1 point. Stephanie Dooley, 2 points. Ren Young, 4 points. Kelsey King, 2 points. Maria, 2 points. Christy Fay at 2 coaches and 4 points. Amanda Anderson at 4 points. Lynn is at 1 coach and 2 points. Congratulations, Lynn. I know you're a new coach, so good job. Crystal Floyd at 4 points. Jason Delancey at 2 points. Alyssa Sauer at 1 coach, 2 points. Tracy Cameron at 4 coaches and 2 points. And then I'm sitting at 3 points. So I'm right there with you guys. I've got a lot going on right now, but I will be in Success Club. That is non-negotiable for me. Sarah Maynor at 1 coach and 7 points. Annette Wine at 7 points. And then for Success, that was Success Club 5. And then for Success Club 10, we have Alex Grimm with 1 coach and 10 points. And Stacy Kshprovsky. I don't know how to say her last name. It's a crazy last name. She is a brand new coach. This is her 2nd month in Success Club, and she is at 3 coaches and 19 points. So she is doing amazing, and you guys are all really, really doing awesome this month. I know that we have some people rank advancing tomorrow, and I'm excited to announce some new emeralds that we have on our team. All right, so just a real quick announcement and reminder, save the date. Super Saturday is April 25th or April 26th. If you're in the DC market, it's on a Sunday, so it's April 26th. It's a must. You have to be there. It will really help you in your business. It'll help you understand what is this crazy stuff you see us talking about on our Epic Empire page. You'll get to see other teams and how they do things, and we have some amazing speakers. We have Brigida Linford speaking, and my brain just went blank. Who's the other one? Trina Gray. Oh my gosh, what am I thinking? And Trina Gray speaking at our Super Saturday. So it's going to be an amazing event. So I want to turn the call over to our speaker tonight, Miss Anita. Am I saying your name right? Anita, right? Okay. I don't know. People screw up my name all the time, so I didn't want to assume. Let me tell you a little bit about this amazing wife and mom and Beachbody coach. She will be a 12-star diamond tomorrow. Congratulations, girl. She is elite top 10 coach for 2014 and 2015. That means she's been in the top 10 2 years in a row. That is a huge deal. It's very hard, and it requires a lot of consistent effort and work. She is a Success Club legend, which means she's had 24 months in Success Club 10. She will be you are a 3-star diamond in your 2nd business center, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So once you go 2-star, you're allowed to open your 2nd business center, and you start rank advancing in that one, and you get the same perks and the same bonuses and all that stuff. So you have the money. Make it rain. She's doing well. And so I am so excited to have her report. I love that her team name is Inspire Empire. I feel like we're like this baby Epic Empire and then Inspire Empire. Anyways, so I am going to turn the floor over to you. I've got the call recorded. I hope you guys have your, I have a pencil and paper, and I'll be taking notes, and then we'll have it recorded for your coaches who aren't on the call tonight. So go ahead, Anita.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for that awesome introduction, Jatana. So quickly, I am actually moving into a new house. So there's a little bit of chaos around me, but I'm so sorry I had to cancel last week, but I had the flu, and I can operate under moving, under pressure, under whatever, but when I'm sick, it's just no, you guys don't want to hear from me. So I apologize sincerely for having to move to this week, but thank you so much for being on. I am so excited to see all these faces. My team call is faceless, so I'm like, yeah, I can see people. So you all better be smiling, not sleeping, or yawning, because I can see each and every one of you. And like I'm gonna start calling people out if you're not taking notes. I'll be like, who's that girl in the left-hand corner? I don't see a notebook. And I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell Jatana. So you guys heard what Jatana said about me. Yeah, I see those notepads. Flash them. If you don't got it, you better get it. Ow, ow, I like it. Oh, Alex. Okay, all right. She's got something. I don't know what she's got it. Okay, all right. And Kelly doesn't look too excited. Kelly, come on, where's your notebook? She's like, don't call me out. I call my team out so hard. Okay. Good, cool. It's accountability, right? It's what we're all about, from fitness all the way to business. So, but yeah, I've been in the business for 2.5 years. May is my 3rd year. And you hear 12-star diamond, 3-star diamond. Let's rewind to 1 year ago. I was 3-star diamond in one business center and not an elite coach, and had already been a coach for 2 years. So that just goes to show that what I have done over time has compounded. I'm going to share with you very high-level knowledge and information about how I have become a top 10 coach 2 years in a row. I'm in my 2nd year as a top 10 coach. Who knows if it'll stay that way? We're early in the year. Anybody can come into the top 10. But being number 5 again, and I was number 4, number 5, and number 6 last year. I was all over the place. Being in that area and then being there again is 100% proof that I am consistent to a T. Everything I do from day one all the way to now is exactly the same. And no matter what comes in my way, I do it every single day. No matter if I'm sick, no matter if I am moving. Guys, there are boxes all around me right now. There is chaos, television running. My 3-year-old's still up. I was cooking mac and cheese when the call came up. And I still did my vital behaviors, my business activity tracker. I worked out. I showed myself working out. I did everything that we are supposed to do as a coach. I never do these grand gestures, these big pushes of business building ever. I just do these mundane things and I just stay level. And I have for 2.5, coming up on 3 years. And that is why I'm still in that middle of the top 10. And why I have coming up on 20 personally sponsored diamonds, because I just do the same thing over and over again. If I took all of you beautiful people into my house and sat you down around me and I said, okay, you're going to watch me for 3 weeks work and you're going to take notes, y'all would be so bored. You'd be asleep. Jatana could probably tell you the same thing. What we do is not exciting. It's exciting to us, but from an onlooker, it's like, oh my gosh, she's doing the same thing again. She woke up, checked into her challenge groups again. She opened up her Bible study. She opened up her personal development. She took care of her kiddo. So it's very boring. But let me tell you why I'm so consistent and why I work so hard and have for this long. I am a mom of 1 3-year-old. And when that little baby was born, I shared this on the National Wake Up Call last week. All y'all better been on that call. Who wasn't on the call? So I probably don't need to share this, do I? I don't need to share this because you guys were all on it. Okay, but I'll share it anyway. My husband's laughing. We were not in the best of financial situations. Let's just put it that way. And this was our answer. My husband and I were working way too many hours. We did not see our family enough. And I literally sat in a Walmart or Walgreens parking lot and cried my eyes out because people were walking out with their kids. And I was on my lunch break like a creeper, like eating a sandwich, watching people carry their kids out the front door. Like, how creepy is that? I'm like, I should be doing that. Like, super creepy and like bitter because I wanted to be home with my daughter so bad and I couldn't afford to be. And I was working in real estate marketing and sales for a builder, and I just worked 70 hours a week and I was sick of it. And so the things I'm going to tell you should inspire you tonight because, guys, I built to a 1-star diamond business with a full-time plus job, a baby at home, and a lot of weight to lose. So it started off at 210 pounds with Shalene Extreme and Shakeology. Signed up as a discount coach, hit Success Club 10 right away out of just pure passion and excitement by reaching out to friends and family. But after that, I didn't hit it again the second month. So I really had to learn how to build my business. And I struggled because I was not getting this core foundation of being a product of the product and sharing that and being proof the product works. But over time, I started to see that people were coming to me because I was sharing my journey and sharing my story. And once I started to see those little paychecks trickle in, my dream light bulb went off, which I've never had before. Please, like when I interviewed for a real estate marketing gig and graduated with psychology from UCF, I did not have the dream light bulb go off. In fact, I had the, oh my gosh, I'm in so much debt. I better go hustle and get the first job I can possibly get that's going to pay me over $70K a year. Like that was my mindset. Not, oh man, I could possibly earn $400,000 a year within 2 years. Like that could be my life. Like I could earn as much as a doctor and work part-time hours with my kid on my hip. That's possible. I didn't think that. There was no dreaming. I would walk past a bunch of boats at a yacht club and just go, that's not the life for me. I'll never have that kind of life. I don't even want that kind of life, but I want to be able to say that if I wanted to choose that kind of life, I could have it, right? We all want that ability, that freedom to just say, I want to do that with my life if I really wanted to. Like Erica and I have these dreams of traveling the world and doing all these amazing things and giving money back to various charities that we're passionate about, but we could never in a million years do that. That was not on our radar. That was like an impossibility. But then Beachbody came into my life. I get these little paychecks and I'm like, okay, let me see if I can make this thing grow. And before work for 2 hours, during my lunch break, at night, I was working it and it was hard, guys. When a coach comes to me and says, Anita, I just can't do it. I've got a full-time job and a kid at home. I say, you can make it happen some way, somehow, if you truly want to make it happen. For the people that want this to work, all you need to do is prioritize and time manage. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I would, that you can. I'm going to give you some work with Beachbody, like job with Beachbody tips for many of you that work, just so you can see how I was able to do it as well. So I have so many things that I'm passionate about in this business. When someone asks me to speak on a call, I do not pick one topic. I touch everything I'm passionate about. So I hope that you guys can appreciate that, and all of it's equally important. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 10 tips, and I don't have slides because I just don't roll like that. I'm not organized enough. I have a notepad with notes. I have top 10 tips for being a top 10 coach. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be top 10 or that you want that. But all these tips can help you create the freedom that you're looking for. And there are plenty of millionaire coaches that never made the top 25. So that doesn't need to be on your radar. Building a solid foundation and a solid business needs to be on your radar. And these things are going to help you. So, right now, I want you to write 1 through 10 down a piece of paper. And then I want you to take notes on these things. So number 1, write out your why, your goals, and your dreams. I know that you hear this a million times over again. You hear it on every national wake-up call, you hear every coach say it. But I'm going to say it again. I'm going to reiterate it because it is so important. When you guys leave this call tonight, I want you to go on YouTube and search for The Secret, the full movie version. Okay? And I want you to get so in touch with why you're doing this and write out make a dream board, make a Pinterest board, make something where your dreams are not just floating around in your mind. Because when you are working this business, you're going to be lonely. It's going to get hard. You're by yourself. People are telling you no left and right. How many of you guys have been told no 30 times, just back to back, back to back? And you're just like, I'm done. I quit. I'm out. Like, how many of you guys feel that way? Because I feel like that like every day. And I want you to know that I don't, even as a top 10 coach, or even as somebody that's, above 5-star, 10-star, whatever, around 5-star, we all struggle with the same thing. But the ones that make it to that next level are the ones that don't close up shop completely. What you need to do when you get there is you need to go pull up your dream board and live in that place. Get your mind right. Get clear on your visions and remind yourself why you are doing this. Go hang out with your family. Go open up your Pinterest dream board and look at the future houses that you want or the future car that you want, and just get back to there and then start back up again. Okay? If you're constantly churning and burning 30 invites and getting told no and then having to do it again, you're going to burn yourself out and be miserable. And people can feel desperation and aggravation so fast and so clearly through social media and through conversations. It's like a disease. I can feel when my coach is talking to me and they have a bad attitude. Just through a conversation on chat. The same goes for you when you're talking to a potential challenger or your coach. If you've got a bad attitude and you're talking to your coach, you need to shut it down. If you got a bad attitude and you're talking to a potential challenger, you've got to shut it down and go get your mind right. So if you want to go to Bora Bora on the top 10 trip one day, print out a picture of Bora Bora. If you want your home paid off, print out a picture of what it would look like to be debt-free. Put that in your living room. Put that in your bedroom. Whatever. Buy a t-shirt with what I went out and bought an Eiffel Tower t-shirt, and my background on my computer screen is still the Eiffel Tower because I wanted to be a top 10 coach. And I wanted to live somewhere that was summer year round. So I put pictures up of tropical places on my, in my house. So things like that, live in your dream space. Number 2, why did I tell you guys to have a notebook? And why was I like being all kind of silly about the notebook? Because you will never make it in this business if you don't treat it like you're in medical school. Okay. If you want a teacher's salary, treat it like a teacher's salary. If you want a McDonald's salary, treat it like you work at McDonald's. If you want a doctor's salary, treat it like you're a doctor. Okay? I know that's kind of abstract, and people say, okay, well, I don't know how to treat it like I'm a doctor. Well, imagine yourself in medical school and that you paid $100,000 to sign up to be a Beachbody coach. If you paid $100,000 to be a Beachbody coach, wouldn't you work just a little bit harder? Because you had $100,000 on the line. So like, for example, we are renting a house right now. We just moved into it this week. We're in Texas. It's a nice house. We're paying a lot of money per month for it. And that is why I'm going to work just a little bit harder this month and next month and the month after to make this thing stick, to make Texas stick. Okay? So you may not have those things that you're investing in yet and doing in life. And so you're just maybe a newer coach. You've got to pretend in your head that you just paid for college, like wrote out a check. And you need to have a notebook, and you need to be taking notes, and you need to be on YouTube watching every video under the sun from Melanie Mitro all the way down the top 10. They are all out there. We all create the same type of videos, and we pour our hearts into them because we want our coaches to succeed, and we want other coaches in the network to succeed. And all of the information to get you to a successful business, it's there. It's there. I learned how to become a top 10 coach and learned how to become a 6-figure and plus earning coach by studying YouTube, by studying Melanie Mitro and Lindsay Matway and Janelle Summers and Trina Gray and Scotty Hobbs, all people who used to be top 10 coaches. I was stalking the living daylights out of them. And I was bold enough to message each of them and tell them, here are my dreams. I'm going to be a top 10 coach and 15-star diamond and 6-figure earning coach. So will you please tell me how to do this, this, and this? And they were like, who is this crazy person? She's bold enough to ask me. I'm bold. I'm just going to give her the answers. Be bold enough to be annoying, right? Like just go out there and treat this like you really invested money and ask questions of people you admire. Don't be afraid to ask questions and watch their videos and take a million notes. Be on the national wake-up call every single week. I have not missed one of those bad boys since I started. Okay. Baby on hip, norovirus, moving, I listen to it. Okay. There's no excuses because it's recorded, and you can literally search National Wake Up Call, iTunes podcast, and it's there. Okay. So that has been a very important call for me. And then go follow the top 25, the top 50 coaches and see what they're doing, because they're obviously doing something right. Okay. And follow them and make note of what they're doing and replicate it. One thing that a lot of Beachbody coaches do, and I see a male on here, so I'm going to pick on you, Brandon, is they want to reinvent the wheel. They get on like a lot of guys don't want to ask for help. My husband is not willing, not as much so as I am, willing to pull over and ask for directions. Like, I'm the type of person that will stop somebody in the grocery store immediately and be like, where's this or this? He's like, I'm going to figure it out on my own. Like, I'm going to figure it out. And I'm like, no, I need to ask. Why not just ask that guy standing right there? Like, it makes more sense. So the same thing goes for guys coming into this business, and many, many new women coaches. They go, I'm going to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to open up a blog. I'm going to sign up for SEO. I'm going to do this website. And you do not need to reinvent the wheel. For a male coach, go follow male coaches that are successful and look at what they're doing and replicate it. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Go do what's already working for another male coach. Stay-at-home mom. Go follow top stay-at-home mom coaches and look at what they're doing. You guys have the most amazing coach, Jatana, who's a mom who has the best social media presence. Go follow what Jatana is doing and make it work for you. Flip it to make it work for you. Okay? But you've got to study and you've got to replicate it. It's already been created. The tools to succeed are there. You just got to go do it. Number 3, and this is going to shock you that I'm even saying this because it's a Coach Basics thing, but people forget, even at 5-star, because I have 5-star diamond, I had a coach get all the way there and lose it all because she forgot the basics. And that's the 3 vital behaviors. You can't not do them. And you got to do them all the way up until you're triple 15-star millionaire. Like, you still have to do them. They never go away. Okay. And why? And you gotta teach that. So it's important for you to know that for yourself, but it's really more important for you to know that to train your new coaches on. Okay. You have to be able to tell them immediately that that's the single most important thing. Guys, Jatana and myself are walking, talking 3 vital behaviors. I mean, that's what we do, but just on a giant level. We invite like crazy. We work out and share that. And we do personal development. There really isn't much more to this business than that. I don't go out and do SEO. I really don't blog that much. I literally do the 3 vital behaviors and I share it like crazy on social media. And I invite people to my challenge groups. I follow up and I read personal development like crazy. I mean, that is a nutshell of my day. And then I spend the rest of the time training my coaches on doing that same exact thing. Okay. So it's just like a cycle, a tornado of 3 vital behaviors just all over the place. So number 4. So yeah, the 3 vital behaviors, it's a tornado all over the place of all that jazz, but it ain't going to work unless you're consistent. Number 4. Yeah, you can do it for 3 or 4 days and be awesome and get to emerald and then get to diamond and then you stop and your business crumbles. Like I said, I've had somebody get close to 5-star. I've had people get to 2-star and go all the way back to emerald because they weren't consistent. They had these big grand months that they powered through. They worked their butts off and then life happened. Their boyfriend broke up with them. They broke their foot. They got a job at night. They got distracted. They got like all these little shiny objects were everywhere and they were not honed in on these 3 vital behaviors. And it fell apart. Okay. So number 5, set business hours and live by them. Okay. So what are your business hours? Do you have them clearly written out for yourself, or are you just showing up whenever and kind of doing whatever? Anybody feel like you're doing that? Or are you like showing up and you've got a list and you're going after it? So here's what I'm going to talk about: working and time management and having a kid and a family. So when I recognized that Beachbody was this thing that I was super passionate about and saw that it could change my family's life, I made sure that I made it work with my business hours with my job. So I would get up 2 hours earlier than everyone else in my family, sacrifice 2 hours of sleep. I was cranky as all heck though. I was tired. Trust me, I slept like all weekend. But I would get up around 5 and I would do T25. And then for an hour and a half, I would invite. Okay. And I would follow up. And then lunch came around. I gave that 1 hour. So there, I'm coming up on about 2 to 3 hours of work right there before work and my lunch break. And shoot, if I missed a workout, I would be like in the bathroom doing squats with my timer cam up against the toilet so they couldn't see that I was actually in a bathroom stall. And I would do a Workout Wednesday photo in the bathroom. Like, that's how dedicated I was. Okay. And I got it done. And then I would read personal development on my lunch break and follow up and get a post up. All you need, guys, is 3 posts a day, but they've got to be high quality. Okay, you don't need 6 posts. You need 3. When are you going to get those 3 in? Right before work, lunch break, when you get home, or right before bed. And they need to be of value. They need to be of something that is going to capture your audience's attention. I mean, look at Jatana's posts. You can copy those. But you need to be dedicated like crazy during your work hours. Set time, like alarms on your phone. Okay, it's noon. Like Brandon is at his job and he's got all kinds of stuff happening at his job. But then he's like, oh snap, my alarm just went off. It's noon and it's lunchtime. I got to get a post up. It's time to get a post up. Everything else has to stop because my social media needs me. I have to be present. And guys, your social media is crucial 100% without a doubt. If you don't have it going on, you're not going to go anywhere unless you're able to build a business face-to-face with Beachbody. I've not really heard of a lot of people doing that. You've got to post. You have to. So you got to make it happen. Then at night when I got home, I asked my husband for 1 hour to just sit and get back to messages and emails, check in on my coaches, follow up with people, and do any kind of team calls and get a post up. But I was able to do about 3 hours, just 3 to 4 hours just around my business hours. Like if I were in the car on my way to an appointment to meet with a client for my previous job, I would have my personal development on my phone blasting. So I had these 3 vital behaviors in the business activity tracker with me in my notebook. And I just made sure to hit it like when I could, when there was an opening at my job. As far as stay-at-home moms, before baby gets up, nap time, after baby's in bed, you have it. That's what it is. And that's what it is for me now. I make it work around the kiddo schedule. Okay. So, set hours. And then on those hours that you set for yourself, make sure that they're dialed in and you have a clear purpose and plan for each minute spent. So if you only have 2 hours to work your business a day, those 2 hours better rock. You better be like, all right, I'm going to send out 100 invites. I'm going to follow up with 50 people. I'm going to read 10 pages. And you cannot have your messenger up. You cannot have your news feed up, and you can't have the television on. You just got to bang it out and shut it down because you can. I know of people who got to 5-star with just 3 hours a day. It is 100% possible. You got to get to the point where you can do 3 hours, but you may just be starting out and an hour is all you can do. You can do a diamond. You can do a full-time income with 2 hours a day, really. I mean, you can. And anybody can make 2 hours a day work if you've dedicated yourself to this business. But yeah, make sure that every minute is spent wisely, that you've got a power hour, a to-do list, a goal, a game plan in place. Okay. Number 7, like I said before, use social media like it's your reality television show, but it needs to somehow relate to your audience. It needs to somehow relate to your message, okay? At least 1 post a day needs to relate to your message. So like yesterday, I did a picture of me in my old office, which was a back room, a sunroom, and it was a picture of Scarlett and I cuddling. And I was drinking coffee and it looked very pleasant and nice. And I put on there my office, my perfect office. And on the bottom it said, my world, my way. And in the post, I talk about how blessed I am that I can work a business that I love so much from home. You don't need to be a top coach to be able to say that. You get to work your Beachbody business anywhere that you want to. That's a great way, a subtle way to plug your Beachbody business and get your message across. So that was my one post for the day that really got my message across. Okay. So yeah, your social media needs to be, it can no longer be this thing you used to complain or connect with people or this just fly by night social media platform. It needs to be dialed in. It has to have a game plan. You have to plan out what you're going to post. You need to know ahead of time what your goal is with your social media. If you're somebody who likes politics or likes to talk about things that are controversial, you need to be careful and make sure that you're not going to offend anybody. This is you're now building a business on your social media, and you kind of have to give up some of the voice that you have so that you aren't freaking people out and scaring people away. If you need to have a complaining moment where you bash somebody, or you need to like talk about something that happened in your life that you're very upset with, go talk to your mom or your best friend or your sister on Messenger, but do not put it on your social media. Today I had somebody say FUCK, this world and my life, period. And I messaged her and I said, what just happened? We just talked about how you have to, about your social media. Like we were on the phone. Somebody hit Success Club like 5 times. And we were just talking about why she was struggling, and her post came across. And I said, honestly, I'm not going to say your name. I have to delete you as a friend if I see that again, because I don't like seeing posts like that. So if your upline sponsor wants to delete a post like that, how do you think your other people feel? Right? And I don't suspect that any of you would put that on social media, but it can't be negative. It has to be something where you're attracting people's attention and you're making people want to come back to your page. So if you're putting negativity out there, guess what you're going to attract to you? More negative people. Negative people flock to negative people. You know what negative people do when positive people are around? They peace out or they get on board and start getting more positive. Okay? And the positive people attract people who want to get positive or who are positive. And positive people are the ones that build this business. So you have to put positivity out there, even in your lowest moments when you do not want to do so. Number 8, use a script. If you guys don't have a script already, formulate one for yourself and your coaches. Something that works for you, something that is value-driven, that is friendly, that is asking questions, that has it doesn't sound salesy, but however, you sound like a trusted advisor. I'm sure Jitana probably has something along the lines of a script for her team page. I don't know, but I can always share that with you guys, and you guys are free to use it. Okay, number 9. Sorry. Find 1 or 2 social media platforms and just get really good at that. Dig into that. You don't need to do 6 right now. I only work 2 social media platforms at this moment, and that works for me because I've gotten epically good at those 2. I know that if I started going off and doing more, I would water myself down in the other 2 because I wouldn't be thinking about how to improve or, how to focus on the other 2. Shalene Johnson has this amazing training on social media where she says, just pick 2 and get really good at those 2. So for me, it's my like page and my Instagram. Those 2, I pay a lot of attention to. I study like a student. I am always up to date on the algorithms and what's changing. I'm up to date on best practices for boosting ads and creating content that attracts people. But when I started as a coach, I had no idea how to do any of that. But if I got involved in 6 social media platforms and I try to do it all, I would have never been able to study up on one very well and do it very well. You can build a big Beachbody business with just one social media platform. Megan E. Wilson is the number 3 coach right now. She has built her entire business on her Facebook like page, and that's it, because the girl knows how to build her Facebook like page. She's just good at one thing. It's just like being a jack of all trades, okay, and an expert at none. Same thing with social media, Okay, so get good at one, move on to number two, and work on them together. So Instagram and like page for me just go hand in hand. You can post very similar on both. They work a little bit different. Instagram is my favorite because it's very inexpensive. It's very, very, very affordable. And the last one, number 10, all these things that I've told you are important for you, but guess who else they're important for? Your coaches. You have to be duplicable. You have to make it so that your coaches can copy you and become you just like that. Hi, babe.
Mama,
It's fine.
Mama.
Hi. We're almost done. We have like 2 seconds left. Your coaches have to duplicate you. It has to be very, very easy to do so. Anything that pops up into your head that's working for you, scripts, how to run challenge groups, how to objection handle. If you come across a really great post that worked for you for recruiting, share it with your coaches. Share everything with your coaches. Get them set up with a welcome email. Identify what kind of coach they are. Get them set up with a getting started right call. Go over their goals and game plans with them. And then teach them how to launch their business. Tell them how to make that official announcement about coaching. Teach them how to promote their first challenge group and talk to their friends and family. But you've got to remember exactly what you were like as, Scarlett Ann. Okay. This is going to be funny. She's going to make my hair look wild. You have to remember what you did as a baby coach, brand new coach to hit Success Club for the first time. You've got to remember that and then make it into this nice little package and hand it to your new coach. Okay? That's how you get to top 10 coach, is to be able to get other coaches beneath you to do exactly what you did to become successful when you hit Success Club for the first time. Okay? So really, a lead or a 5-star or top 10, whatever, people have only been able to get there because they have been epically good at duplication. Okay? Being able to just hand over best practices and get people going on the right way. That's it, guys.
Love it.
I'm out of breath.
Wait, you have a little one climbing on you, which we're all familiar with it. You're just on a different time zone. Most of ours are all in bed because it's like 9:45 here.
Yeah, we're only 8:45, so her bedtime's in 10 minutes.
Nice. Oh, well, thank you so much. I have a whole bunch of notes written down, and I'm excited the call recorded, so our other coaches who are not here tonight can listen in. But I would love to see your script. I know we all would. I think that's probably one of my weaknesses. We all have weaknesses as coaches, and mine is structure and organization. And so getting something where we can all look at it. And I know, in terms of scripts, guys, there are so many different ways. And I've, for myself, have, this really terrible method of going into Messenger and saying, I already answered that question before. Let me find it. Copy, paste, put it over here. But start identifying for yourself what you tend to repeat. And save that and save your time and start filling out your own personal scripts. Now we have a skeleton. I know Summer Tucker has shared hers with us. And so we have that, but make sure you identify what sounds like you, and start putting that together. Now, don't do what I did for 2 years where I just like, woo, I sold that challenge pack before. What did I say? And I literally would copy and paste it. And I would spend 12 minutes trying to find a message from before. It was awful. So save yourself some time. Go ahead and make some scripts for yourself. I think that's very important. I would love to see yours, Anita. Yeah. Business hours, absolutely. I heard a coach yesterday who messaged me, who's on our team, and said, I'm burnt out. Like, I'm working from morning to night. And she has a goal, and she has a dream, and she has a why, and a very big one on why she's doing this. But you can't be successful and you can't give people your all if you're totally burnt out. So you have to take those times for yourself and for your family to just turn off the phone, turn off the computer, and play a board game or read a book or take a hot bath, whatever is de-stressing. Go line dancing. That's what I do. I'm weird. But do whatever de-stresses you. And enjoy some time with your family, so make sure you're well balanced as well. And that's one thing that I love about Beachbody is they promote that health and that balance in life, sleep, you know, working out, eating right, and having that quality time and family first. So thank you so much, Anita. I adore you. I love your YouTube channel. If you guys have some time, like she said, to watch, I watch YouTube like crazy. You know, when a new coach messages you, and you guys have most of you guys have downline coaches now, and they say, well, how do you set coach placement? I'm like, you know, there is about 27 videos on YouTube that tell you how to set coach placement. Or I did the same thing. Learn it now, that anytime you have a question, there is a wealth of knowledge on YouTube from people like Anita, Melanie Mitra, Lindsay Matway, all these top coaches. And even I have a few myself. So feel comfortable and empowered enough to get on there and figure it out by watching it. And sometimes you're going to come up with a whole new idea that our team hasn't adopted yet and find something new and exciting that works. So thank you. I know it's late, so I'm going to let you guys go. And you're awesome, Anita. So I will see you in Cancun, right? Yay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.